I'm trying to read you Jeremiah 40 is the assassination of the governor Gedaliah. But I hate to start in the middle of the story, so I'm just going to do a quick recap of Jeremiah. It is broken up into sections. Section 1 is during the reign of Hosea, and it's the call of Jeremiah and the apostasy of Israel. We have a conversion in chapter 3. We have the northern kingdom urged to repent, and Zion in the Messianic ages. And we also have a poem on the conversion. We have an invasion from the north in Jeremiah 4, an invasion well deserved in chapter 5. Two supplementary paragraphs during the time of famine, and the resumption of the theme of the invasion. More about the invasion. Then it goes into part B. Part B is oracles in the reign of Jehoiakim. We got against the temple, alien gods, worshiping without sincerity, idolatrous worships, and the threat of exile. Threats, lamentations, and advice. This is Jeremiah 8. Perversity of Israel. We got a law administered by priests. Repetition of an earlier threat. Threats against Judah on the vine. Judah the vine. Lamentation of the prophet during a famine. And the moral corruption of Judah in 9. Lamentation in Zion. True wisdom. Circumcision is a false guarantee. That's the last sentence in line chapter 9. Chapter 10 is idols and true God. Rebuke to the frequenters of the temple. Rebuke to churchgoers is Jeremiah 11. Jeremiah persecuted in his hometown, the end of 11. Chapter 12 is the prosperity of the wicked and the ravaged inheritance. The Lord laments neighboring peoples, the judgment, salvation. Jeremiah 13 is the symbol of the loincloth, symbol of a shattered wine jugs, vision of exile. Jehoiakim threatened an admonition to impenitent Jerusalem, and a great drought in Jeremiah 14. The horrors of war in 15. Jeremiah renewed his calling. Prophet's life is symbolic in 16. There's a return of the scattered Israelites, the invasion foretold, conversion of the nations, Judah contaminated. Judah's contaminated worship is 17. Some wisdom sayings in there. We have confidence in the temple and in the Lord, and a prayer for vengeance. We have something about the Sabbath, and Jeremiah visits the potter. Israel repudiates. There's a plot in Jeremiah, that's 18. A plot against Jeremiah. And then 19 is a broken jug in an altercation with Pashur. Confessions of Jeremiah is 20. Then we have part C, which is oracles that are later than the reign of Jehoiakim. That starts with chapter 21. Jeremiah answers the envoys of Zedekiah. And there's an address to the royal family of Judah. 22 talks about various oracles against various kings. There's one against Jehoashaz, one against Jehoiakim, one against Jehoiachin. Messianic oracles and the future king is 23. Attract against false prophets. 24 is 2 baskets of figs, and then we have section D, which is the Babylon, the scourge of the Lord. Babylon, which starts at Jeremiah 25, which is part 2 of Jeremiah, pretty much, which is the vision of the cup. Part 3 of Jeremiah is prophecies of happiness. 26 starts prophecies of happiness. Jeremiah's discourse against the temple, his arrest and condemnation. I don't know whose happiness that is. We have part B, the pamphlet for the exiles, a symbolic yoke, and the message to the kings of the west. 28 is a dispute with Hananiah. 29, letter of the exiles. 30 starts with 30 is book C. Jeremiah book C. Chapter 30 is the promise of recovery for the northern kingdom of Israel. We got promises of restoration to Judah, individual retribution, new covenant, Israel will endure, Jerusalem magnificently rebuilt. And then we have part D of Jeremiah, which is just additions to the book of consolation. Jeremiah buys a field in token of his confidence in the future of Judah. Another promise of recovery for Jerusalem and Judah, 33, and the institutions of the future. 34 is miscellaneous passages. That's also section E, miscellaneous fate of Zedekiah, and an episode of the liberated slaves. That's also chapter 34 of Jeremiah. 35 is an example made of the Rechabites. Part 4 of Jeremiah is the sufferings of Jeremiah, and it's from a scroll written in the year 605 line dash to 604. So it goes backwards, like time travel or something. Verdict of Zedekiah is 37. Zedekiah consults Jeremiah during a respite of 588. The arrest of Jeremiah, improvement. Jeremiah is thrown into a cistern. Ebed-Melech intervenes. That's Jeremiah 38. And we have the last conversation between Jeremiah and Zedekiah. 39 is the fall of Jerusalem and the treatment that Jeremiah received. And he ends up with an oracle assuring the safety of Ebed-Melech. Chapter 40 is about further details about the treatment of Jeremiah and what he received, and then that's where we're at, this assassination of the governor. So this is okay, so I'll just read it. Chapter 40, the word addressed to Jeremiah by the Lord after Nebuzaradan. He was not the king, he was the commander of the guard, released him from Ramah. There he had him singled out. Targeted. Jeremiah was a targeted individual, singled out by the commander of the guard. Anyway, he was chained as he was with all the other captives from Jerusalem and Judah who were being deported to Babylon. Then, taking Jeremiah aside, the commander of the guard said to him, Lord, your God foretold the calamity of this country. Now he's brought it. He's done what he threatened to do, because you had sinned against the Lord and would not listen to his voice, so all this happened. Look, today I'm having your hands unchained. If you like to come with me to Babylon, then come, and I will look after you. If you don't want to come with me to Babylon, never mind. Look, you have the whole country to choose from, where you may go, where you may please, wherever you choose. You can, for instance, go back to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, whom the king of Babylon has appointed governor of the towns of Judah, and stay with him and live with the people. Or you can go anywhere else you choose. With that, the commander of the guard provided him with food, gave him a present, and sent him on his way. Jeremiah went to Mizpah, to Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, and stayed with him. He lived with the people that were still left in the country. When all the commanders of the troops, who with their men were still roaming the countryside, heard that the king of Babylon had appointed Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam as the governor of the country, made him responsible for the men, women, and children, and those humbler people of the country who had not been deported to Babylon. They went to Gedaliah at Mizpah. Ishmael, son of Nethiah, Johanan, son of Karer, Serera, son of Tanhumeth, the sons of Ephi, the Netophathite, and Jezaniah, the son of the Maccathite, they and their men, to them and to their men, Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, son of Shaphan, swore an oath. Don't be afraid, he said, of submitting to the Chaldeans, but live in the country, obey the king of the Babylon, and all will go well with you. I, for my part, as the man answerable to the Chaldeans when they come to us, I am going to live here at Mizpah. But you can harvest your wine and your summer fruits and your oil and fill your storage jars and settle down in those towns which you care to occupy. Similarly, when all the Judeans living in Moab among the Ammonites and in Edom heard that the king of Babylon had left a remnant in Judah and appointed Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, son of Shaphan, as their governor, they all came back from all the places to which they had been dispersed, and on their return to the land of Judah, to Gedaliah at Mizpah, they harvested an immense quantity of wine and summer fruits. Now, Johanan, the son of Karer, and all the army leaders still roaming in the countryside went to Gedaliah at Mizpah and said to him, "Are you aware that Baalis, king of the Ammonites, has sent Ishmael, son of Nethiah, to murder you?" But the governor, Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, wouldn't believe it. Johanan, the son of Karesh, had even told Gedaliah secretly at Mizpah, "Let me go and kill Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, and no one will know who did it. Why should he murder you? It would mean that all the Judeans who have rallied round you would be scattered again. Why should the remnant of Judah perish?" But Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, replied to Johan, son of Karer, "You must not do this. What you say about Ishmael is false." But in the 7th month, Ishmael, the son of Nethiah, son of Ishmael, who was of royal descent, and 10 men with him, came to Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, at Mizpah. And as they were taking their meal together there at Mizpah, Ishmael, son of Nethiah, stood up with his 10 men, and attacking Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, son of Shaphan, with their swords, murdered the man who the king of Babylon had made governor of the country. And all the Judeans who were with him at the feast, and all those of the Chaldeans who happened to be there, they were fighting men. Ishmael killed 2. And on the day after the murder of Gedaliah, before the news became known, 88 men arrived from Shechem, Shiloh, Samaria, with their beards shaved off, their garments torn, their bodies gashed. They had oblations and incense with them to take to the temple of the Lord. Ishmael, the son of Nethiah, left Mizpah to meet them as they approached, weeping as they went. And when he met them, he said, "Come," to Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam. But once they were well inside the town, Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah slaughtered them with the help of his men and threw them into a cistern. There was 10 of them, however, who said to Ishmael, "Don't kill us. We have stocks of wheat, barley, oil, honey hidden away in the field." So he spared them and did not kill them with their brothers. The cistern into which Ishmael threw the corpses of all the men he killed was a large cistern, which King Asa had built as a precaution against Baasha, king of Israel. Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, filled it with the bodies of the victims. Then Ishmael led the entire remnant of the people of Mizpah away, and the royal princesses whom Nebuzaradan, the commander of the guard, had left in the care of Gedaliah, son of Ahikam, Ishmael's son of Nethaniah, set out early to cross to the Ammonites. When Johanan, son of Kareth, and all the army leaders who were with him heard about all the crimes that were committed by Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, mustering all their men, they set out to attack Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah. They caught up with him at the great pool, the pool of Gibeon, and at the sight of Johanan, son of Karer, and all the army leaders with him, all the people with Ishmael were beside themselves with joy, and all the people whom Ishmael had led away from Mizpah turned about and rallied to Johanan, son of Karer. Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, escaped from Johanan with 8 of his men and fled to the Ammonites. Johanan, son of Karer, and all the army leaders with him then rallied the entire remnant of the people whom Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, had led away from Mizpah after the murder of Gedaliah, son of Ahikam. Men, women, children, eunuchs, whom Johanan brought back from Gibeon. They set out, making halt at Khan Kimhan, near Bethlehem. Their plan was to make for Egypt, away from the Chaldeans, of whom they were now terrified, because Ishmael, the son of Nethaniah, had killed Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, whom the king of Babylon made governor of the country.